Hello, my name is Keenan Wynn, and today I'm going to be presenting about same-sex marriage and civil authority. The thesis of my project is the Catholic Church is a world-renowned figure in its stance in morals and religion. It is important as a Catholic to be able to understand where the Church stands in certain areas, especially today. One particular challenging issue is where the Church stands with homosexual individuals and civil unions. The purpose of the document I've read is it was meant to aid bishops and Catholic officials to consider doctrinal elements into the decisions made legally for those rights of homosexual persons in society. The Church's foundation for marriage is that the Church views marriage as a sacred union that unites the souls of a male and female. The purpose of marriage is in accordance with natural moral law, which is for both male and female persons to create offspring naturally. Equal treatment for homosexual persons begins with the Catholic Church believes that the sacrament of marriage is to be reserved for male and female. It goes without saying, though, that homosexual persons are human beings worthy of God's love, just as stated by Mr. Lewis in class. Homosexual people are human beings just like everyone else. In God's Church, the only difference is that they are unable to receive the sacrament of marriage and called to chastise themselves from their homosexual tendencies. The problem the Church faces with homosexual unions is the Church has made it clear that homosexual unions are not permitted within the Church because of a plethora of reasons. But a couple are through legal unions they're allowed to adopt. They will therefore then have a negative effect on the mental health of the child because it is scientifically proven that the child is in the best state possible mentally with a mother and father figure. Another issue is it portrays a false image of the true sanctity of marriage in our society today, which is another large issue. Pope Francis, in recent news, from his statement of homosexual people have a right to be in a family. They are children of God and have a right to a family. Nobody should be thrown out or made miserable over it. That statement has been largely misconstrued by large news outlets such as CNN, who has interpreted that part of that statement as that part of that statement of have a right to a family. They assume that means that Pope Francis is condoning homosexual marriage, which he isn't. He's saying they have a right to a family by so often homosexuals are isolated from their own families and thrown out, and we as Catholics need to be there for them and give them that sense of community that they have lost. And a way that he's also proposed is through civil unions, which will allow homosexual partners to actually have more leeway in legal systems and be not abused and not have their rights abused so much. And a summary for my peers is the Catholic Church is not against homosexuals. Actually, instead, it's those who have homosexual tendencies are called to live a life of chastity, and we as Catholics should show and love open arms to homosexuals and stop isolating them from communities.